Right, hello everybody. Here I am back at Camp Bob again. Sunday afternoon. What time is it now? It's just gone past 3 o'clock. Got the green light to come out for the night off the missus. And I'm here till tomorrow tea time. And I'm joined by someone that's subscribed to my channel, and he's just joined the North East Bushcraft group as well on Facebook. So he's come down to have a look around and spend a couple of hours at camp with us. Alright, so I'll pass you over to him and he can introduce himself. Alright, introduce yourself, mate.
Hello, I'm Norman, just joined NABC, joining people with the same interests as myself. Doing the other day, have a look around with Jimmy, give me a bit hand, see how we're going from there. Hope to see you all on this weekend. All been well.
There you go. Alright, so I've got a little helper with us today. See, as I doing it on myself. So what we're going to do is we've been walking around the camp for a bit anyway, showing them around, and we've just set up a ridge line, and I've got my new tarp to go on my roof of my shelter. But I wanted one that would come over to give us a bit of like a porch sort of like type thing. So we're trying to work out how to do that. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, like I'll just spin you around. Alright, but just about there on the tree we've got a ridge line going all the way along. Alright, and then I've put my tarp, which is a green one. It's a bit shiny like, but you'll not see it by the time I've got everything sorted. It's an exact right width, but it's dead long. So I'll have loads of left over down at the bottom there to roll up and then put underneath all the stuff. And then I'm going to overhang it over the ridge line, and then that's going to give us like me canopy effect. Alright, so we'll get that done anyway, and then like I do in always, right, once I've done a little bit of a task, then I'll bring you back again. Alright, see you in a bit.
Right, fire time, boys and girls. Using a fire dragon system to light it, it's much quicker, much easier. We have fire. God, it's turning awful cold in here now. What do they say, people? Nature's TV. Lovely. Something about a fire just makes you feel good. I think Jimmy's looking for the teapot, I think. Tea time. This is my first fire at Camp Bob. Hope you won't be the last. Looking forward to next weekend. Meet lots of other people. Should be a great weekend. new Jimmy in it.
It is going to be a cold one, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Dropped into 0 or below.
Aye,
I'll be
reckon,
snug
aye.
as above me, mate. Telling you.
Aye, well. Pull the curtain down, Jimmy, eh?
Just start whacking them all on, mate. We can get some ashes gone.
Yeah.
Knows that we haven't got plenty of little bits and pieces. Just enough to make a brew, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And once we've got loads on, just hide this on the top. And just put that like that. Just feed it through there. That's it, man.
Jimmy.
Yeah, aye. Happy days.
Just nice.
There you go. So you'll probably see Norman's comments on like all my videos, I think, them you Norman. Norman's
yeah.
Scout in it.
Norman Scout 1.
Norman Scout 1. So he's always had communication with us. So we finally met up with each other today. Brought him down to Camp Bob, have a look around and that. He's joined our bushcraft group. So it's been a pleasure to meet you, mate.
You too, Jimmy. It's been a pleasure.
So he's always got nice words to say. I think my screen's there. Hanging up a bit. There it is. Must be off the heat off the fire. Not feel the heat now after that, like happy days.
Looking forward to next week though, Jimmy.
Oh, you'll enjoy it, mate. I tell you, there's a lot of absolutely fantastic people in my group. You know what I mean?
It's like-minded people.
We aye, that's it, aye.
That's the thing. If you have the same interests, everybody's happy.
We aye. That's it.
But if you get some people who come down who don't want to be involved with that type of thing, well, what's the point of being here?
We aye.
Got the same interests.
I think everybody that's in the group are in the same frame of mind in any way. You know, I've only been doing this for about 3 years now. Some people have been doing it for like 10, 20, 30 years plus.
I've spent 26 years in the outdoors. Camping, climbing, fell walking, mountain leader, done everything like that until ill health caught me up. So,
aye, but you're still getting out in the boot though, aren't you? You've got, Norman's got his own shelters and all that, dotted around different places that he can stay. He's been showing us some photographs and that look really mint. So I think he's going to post them up on North East Bushcraft.
I will, I'll put some up out and have a proper look at them.
We aye, definitely. Right then everybody, that's us got the fire, well Norman's got the fire gone. Happy days. So we're just going to let that boil the water, get ourselves a brew. I'm going to do some admin because I've got stuff scattered all over and the sun's starting to go down. It's now 4:10. It's actually nice to look at my watch and know it's on the correct time because my button broke on my watch. No, it's my button broke on my watch last year when I took the clocks back. Took the clocks forward, sorry, or whatever it was. And anyway, the button broke, so I've always had to add an hour onto my time.
Right.
So now it's on the correct time now. But I've been good though. I've never been late for anything. Right, I'm starting to get into waffle mode, everybody. So I'm going to make a brew and I'll catch you in a bit. Ta-ra. Right, hello everybody. Right, it's just after 6 o'clock at night. Norman, aka Norman Scout, is left his way home. I come through the woods in the pitch black because I forgot to take a head torch with us. It gets pitch black in here, like. But I'll just quickly show you around. I'm not even set up. I've got stuff scattered all over the place. So I'm going to be keeping on a little camp cotton there tonight. I'm going to get myself sorted out I'm going to get some wood prepped, get the fire up and running again. It's still glowing nice and thingy, so that'll take no time at all. So you can just put these bits on here just to get it, keep it going a little bit. Know what I mean? But yeah, I'll just keep the fire going a bit while I'm working. Get some food and that down as later on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this fire up and going again. There you go, you see. 2 seconds. So, in any rate, it's 6:15. Fire's going again. Took 2 seconds, look. Happy days. Alright, I'll get myself sorted and I'll bring us back because I want to have some scram by at least 8 o'clock. I want the fire sorted. I want to be all set up inside my shelter, ready for tonight. As you can see, it's starting to get chilly now. It's going to drop down to about 0 to -1, I think, in this area where I am now. I keep saying Brockwell Woods because I've been talking about Brockwell Woods to Norman about my old shelter and that. At Camp Bob. And we're quite high up as well. So it does get cold here. I'm going to put Betty's jacket on her soon. I'm not cold physically, my hand is, but my body's not. And I'll be getting warm anyway because I'm going to do some graft again. Alright, I've brought 4 cans with us. I'm not sure if I'll even open one. I might later on. I might have one, and I might not. It all depends. I quite enjoyed just being teetotal the last time I was here last week. Alright, I'm going to waffle mode. See you in a bit. Right, hello everybody. Right, I've got my fire back up and running. I'm just heating the pan thing up. I'm going to have a couple of steaks. I'm not really that hungry. I need to get some work done. I'm starting to get there with my shelter. Alright, I've got my bed there all set up. What I've got is, it's just a cheap old cot bed that I had for years. I've got about 3 of them in the house. That roll of insulation sheet that I had, I've brought that. I've got a bit of that under there just to bounce the heat back up. And I've got a 2.5 compact WX sleeping mat. And then I've got my Arctic sleeping bag. Got my little table down the side there set up. I'm going to set that up with brew making kit and everything for in the morning. I've got my Bergen all hung up in here, and I've got another hanging spot there for another bag to go. Betty's got her 2 beds out and a sleeping bag, and she's cozied up on there. So that's my sleeping area sorted. And I've got to try and work out how to do this. I never done a review on. Well, I never done a review. I've never done a thing on that. Let's get rid of that. Looks like it's. It must be on. Oh, it's on my screen. This is the. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just quickly turn that off so you can see it better. This is a box I had made by Gary. All right, he's called the Jarrow Wanderer, I think he's called. Sorry if I've got this wrong, I'll put it up on the screen. Alright, Gary's just starting to put videos out now, which is about bloody time. Anyway, he's made this for us. Obviously, as you can see, it's got two lights on. It's got an on-off switch, and then an on-off switch for the lights, which are quite good. Okie dokie. It's got a cigarette lighter socket here, and it's got a double USB lead, which I've got me zero light in at the minute. I've had it for 3 weeks now, I think, and it's still on 12.4 volts. I had it running all last week for the lights and power and loads of stuff, and it's doing fantastic. It's just made in an ammo box. Alright, I'll just see if I can open it up with one hand. 2 seconds, give us 2 minutes. So basically, inside, it's got my name on it, Jimmy Lundy. Alright, it's got a rechargeable battery in, and all the wiring and all that in there. Obviously, I've got a bit of space there, so I could store all like me cables for fitting into these things. I'm going to nip back down to the car later. I've got something I want to test in it for the night time. It's I'll just pause you a second, I'll bring you back when I've got this shut. Right, so that's that. Like I said, I've got some cans on the box up there. I'm not sure if I'm going to have one, I'll be honest. Yeah, I've got a thing. It is a bit cold, like, I'm not cold now because I'm busy doing stuff and I've got this on, but I'll be taking this off again soon. I'm just letting my fire die down a bit so I can do my steaks. I was going to have noodles and all sorts of them, but I just can't be chewed. I just want to do some work, organise the inside. Obviously I haven't got the AstroTurf in here anymore. That AstroTurf belonged to somebody else that left the camp. I didn't think he was coming back for it, so I'm sorry I started using it, but he's came up and took it, and no hard feelings. What was I on about? I've got a thing in the house, in the car, which I forgot to bring up. I'm going to nip down and get it later, see how that works in here throughout the night. It's a little heater system that you put in your car for to defrost your windscreen. It's got a cigarette lighter connector, so I'm going to try it in here, and obviously because my big tarp that I've just put up on the roof it's got loads of room left on it, so I've left enough to come and cover the whole of the entrance of the shelter for a night time, and I'm going to see if it keeps me shelter nice and warm. I've got gaps in corners and things for the moment. Obviously it's too dark now to do any work with that, but I'll sort that out in the morning, because I'm going to cover the whole of the top of the shelter up with lots of foliage off the ground and bits of tops of trees that got blown down in the big winds. I'm going to slice and dice them up and just hide all that on a swell, just to break up the shape and the shine of the top of my shelter. Shape and shine, shape and shine. Sorry, I just have stupid little moments, so I apologise if anybody thinks it's stupid. It's just me. If you didn't like it, tell us. Bothered. Look at that, man. I haven't even had a beer. I just love being out. Right, I'm waffling. I'm really starting to waffle. So I'm going to get some scran on. I'm going to debate on whether I'm going to put a brew on or I'm going to have a can. I come out without any beer, but as I approach the Tesco's, that is the shops out there, by the way, I decided I'll get myself a 4-pack just in case. But if I didn't drink them now, I can drink them next weekend. So happy days. Right, I'm waffling. I'll see you in a bit. Hey, well, here we are. Sat on my top with the rain in my little shelter, look. Betty's all curled up in her bed. There's a tiny bit of smoke coming in, but it's just dissipating. Dissipating, is that a correct word? Yeah, I think it is. So I need to get a windshield up though, because the wind's pushing in. But I think making this into a super shelter, putting some heavy duty see-through plastic along there. I'm going to put another compartment down this side here just to block this edge off, so I can make a bit more of a work area in there where all this is. But other than that, like, it's nice just to sit here in a chair underneath the tarp, fire on the go. The fire needs to move back a little bit, like, I think it's a bit too close. But other than that, happy days. Oh. Well, as you can hear, it's raining. It's getting a little bit more chillier now. That's hence why I've moved the fire in front of the shelter. I thought there was no point in sitting in front of the fire in the rain, so I just picked the whole thing up, plonked it in front of my shelter. It's in a divot anyway. I'll keep an eye on it. Be alright, be safe as houses. But yeah, there's just enough headroom, look. My head's just touching it when I'm sitting slouched in my chair. I haven't even drank a full can yet, you know. I haven't got a clue what time it is. I'm just not in the mood for drinking. I'm just enjoying being out. It is getting a little bit colder now though. I think I just said that before, hence the fire movement. But it's winter. It's here. let's get on with it. Let's crack on. But I'm glad I got my new bit of top put up in there anyway. And when I came today, the whole inside of my shelter was bone dry, even right next to the entrance part as well. So that's happy days as well. That means that it's working properly. Never done much today, obviously because I had Norman here. So first time I ever met him, first time he's met me, first time he's been here. So we just sat and chilled, talked a bit. He made a fire, we got a brew on, we just sat and talked about all sorts. Nice bloke. And he's always leaving comments on my videos as well. No doubt he will on this one, but yeah, nice day. Beats being at work, beats being, I wouldn't say stuck indoors as such, because if I was indoors I'd be sitting with my wife having some scrum, watching the film or something, and that's always nice. But I like to be out, me. So even if it's cold, raining, windy, whatever. So I think this is going to be the last of my video in the night. I'm just going to sit and chill. I might even get a couple of little sticks out that I've got and have a little carve, because I brought me carving knives. Listen to some nice tunes. I might have another can, and I might even hire a little bit more scran on. I've got another few steaks there. I've got some, what else have I brought? A couple of packets of noodles, a tin of meatballs in tomato sauce, I think they are, or gravy, one of the two. What else have I got? I've got some traditional porridge that I have every morning. So I'll make sure I get all that set up before I jump into my pit, because I'm going to have breakfast in bed in the morning. Like, I've still got to walk down to the car to get that little heater thing, but I think I might just skip that and use that little gas one if it gets cold. But once I'm in my DOS bag, I'll be nice and warm in any rate. Right then, so if you're still here, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the morning, unless I want to talk some more to yous. But for now, see you later. The smoke's starting to get blown into my shelter, so not happy about that. See you later. Right, well, temperature's north dropped now, so I've stoked the fire up, got it burning well again, try and get some heat. I'm going to boil some water. Them cans are getting knocked on the head. It's took us all night to drink one can, so I'm leaving them now, and I'm going to make myself a brew. It's getting too cold. Why do people, I always say this to them, why do people do that? Oh, I tell you what, like, the heat off that fire is mint. Oh, that's lovely. And get warm now. I've had to cover Betty up with her sleeping bag and everything, like double it over her. She's sticking her heat up thinking, what's he on the boot? But aye, it is getting cold. My face is numb, my hands are cold, my body's starting to get a bit cold now, and I've got a softy jacket now. I've still got another jacket to put on, and I've got a dust bag to jump into if it gets too cold. But I'm definitely going to be putting the kettle on, getting a brew down my neck instead of drinking lager. I mean, it's going to get right down the night, and to be honest, I'm not really enjoying drinking anymore when I'm out. I prefer just to sit and chill, listen to some music. I'm just wondering if there's something I can do task wise, but I think I'm just going to chill. I definitely need to move the fire a little bit further away from the shelter, for us to put some heavy duty see-through plastic through and make it into a super shelter. I've seen it on videos, I've never actually done it before, and I would like to see if it would work. It'd make a proper windbreak and everything tomorrow. I'll dig into the embankment and move the fire forward a bit, because it's literally about a foot away. And my fire's quite big at the minute, like, so it's not touching that light, but it is getting warm a bit. so I'm going to have to be careful. Alright, but I need to get warm because I am getting cold. I've took my gloves and that off at the minute so I can get the warmth onto my fingers, and I'm going to undo my jacket because it is heating up now. Oh, the old badge, the new ones are better. So at any rate, aye. Yeah, I was going to make like a porch area earlier on tonight, just put the top coming hanging over, but it just looked rubbish, and it would have probably melted by now anyway. So I'm not going to do that. It's been raining. It hasn't hurt me fire. It hasn't affected me fire, and I've had no rain coming inside of the shelter. So that's happy days. I'm sitting there inside the shelter chilling and bone dry, so happy with that. But I am getting nice and warm now off this fire. So I'll let the flames die down a bit, prep some water, put me grill on it and get some water boiled. Alright, so see you later. I wasn't going to come video anymore, but I have, because I thought it was late and it's, oops, I didn't know what happened there when we, what time is it now? It's only 8 o'clock. Nowadays I feel like it's about 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. It's absolutely pitch black, it's dead quiet, dead still, and cold. But it could be worse. I could be somewhere else. Just got some smoke in my eyes there. Right, I'm starting to waffle and talk rubbish, and I've only had one can. See you in a while. Really well. Just get my sleeping bag. I was a bit. Tell you what, it's bloody cold. But I tell you what, I'm rushing comfy on this bed. Like Betty's tucked up in hers. She keeps on hiding the blanket off her. A sleeping bag I've got her. Look at it. I'm always hiding it on her, and she keeps hiding it off. I think she must get too warm. But I tell you what, I'll be keeping an eye on that because it's freezing. I haven't even had a wash and out. I just can't be bothered. Bad drills like. But what time is it now? It's 25 to 11. I had one can of lager and about 3 cups of tea, so hopefully I'll not be up peeing all night like. I've had my little gas heater thing on, but I've disconnected the gas bottle and everything just to make sure I didn't gas myself and not wake up tomorrow. Yeah, my face is scruffy. There again, I need a shave and all. As you can see, I've got the top down at the front just to try and hold out the breeze a bit. It fits like a glove. I've moved all the fire and put all the little bits of ash out on the floor, but you can feel the cold. But inside my sleeping bag I'm alright. I've got my little light in the corner there, just gives us a bit of ambient light. I'll turn that off. I'm all set for tomorrow morning, so all I've got to do is lean over, put my gas my little heater on if I want it on, and put my little fire on to make gas stove to make a cup of tea in the morning. So I'll have a cup of tea in bed, get myself warmed up, and then I'll get up, get some food on the go, and get cracking with some work because I've not done much of the day. But I'm enjoying it, just chilling. I've literally done it out, sat in front of a fire. I've played on my phone a lot, like, which I need to stop doing, because once you get stuck on one of them things you never get off it. Right, time to waffle more to finish, and I'll see you all in the morning. Alright, see you later. Right, good morning everybody. It's 6 o'clock. Been awake for about half an hour, just lying, trying to get my eyes awakened up properly, but I still feel a little bit tired. But not a bad night for my first night in my shelter. Nice and comfy on my bed, nice and warm. it doesn't feel too bad in here. Now obviously I've got the front shut and that. I'm going to get myself a brew on. I've kept on helping to cover Betty. I'm going to bring his back and put my light on because I can't really see out. Right, I decided to go with the night vision one instead because the light's just too bright. Betty keeps on carrying that sleeping bag off herself. But I've just been checking her there and she's nice and warm. She's still got her jacket on. Oh, hey. Excuse me. Obviously I've still got my hoodie on. It was cold last night when I first got into bed. When I was sitting in my chair next to the fire and all that. Started getting cold, so I went to bed about 10 o'clock. I had one can of lager last night. I just wasn't in the mood for drinking at all. I'll save that for Saturday night. So even then I'll not be drinking loads because I want to enjoy myself. I'm getting off the fact of drinking loads when I'm away now, and anyway I prefer just to sit and chill. And I'm going to start doing some different tasks on night times when I'm sitting chilling by myself. I'm going to start trying to switch my phone off and all, because that's a nasty habit I'm getting of just sitting messaging all night on Facebook pages and that. So, and right, morning everybody. Right, it's a little bit nippy, but it's nice. I've had my breakfast and my cup of tea in bed. Betty's busy having her food now. Some wet food and mixed food, wet food and dry food mixed, and some treats in it, and some water. What I'm going to do now is do a bit of personal admin. Get me stuff all packed away that I don't need to use the day, so it's out the way. And then get a wash, brush my teeth, and then I get to work. Today I want to get the rest of my shelter sorted out, outside and inside, and hopefully get some tidying up done around camp as well, in my vicinity and my old pitch that I was at. And I want to get me fire pit in. My fire pit and my shelter as a priority, because I can come back down another day. But that's my two tasks, main tasks for the day. As I do, I'll bring you back stage by stage. Otherwise my videos would just be too long, wouldn't they, if I was video recording every single little step I take. Alright, so that's all for now folks, and I'll catch you in a bit. Excuse me. There's Wild Betty back. Where you been, like? Where you been? Right, I've been a little bit busy. It's 9:15 in the morning. I've put another little side up there, and I've put obviously I rolled it back over on itself and put a post in it, and then I pegged it out. But I'm going to put a couple of beams across there and then start getting all the stuff up against the bottom. I'm going to do the same here as well. I've just tied the net up out the way at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build the wall up here and then fill it up with all that stuff on the ground here. But he's just jumping all over the place as normal. So all that stuff and loads more will get piled up against the front. And that'll block in the wind there. I'll just put this light on the inside so you can see. Right, I've made like a workbench there for like when I'm back. When I'm here, my bed's going to go along here, alright, and then I'll have all my little stove and everything set up there, me bits and pieces, alright. I've got Betty's little cage set up, but obviously the bed and that'll be put away, and the food and that as well. And then I'm going to have some sort of little workstation here, so if I'm sitting on a night time I can sit and do a little bit of carving and have all my bits and pieces at hand. Alright, and then sort of like a little table for sitting and eating as well. And then that bit at the back's just storage. So I don't want to be stuck in the shelter constantly. What I've also done as well is I've got the sheet that comes down, and I've now got that rolled up and tied up so it's out the way, and then on a night time if I want to I'll drop it down. 9 times out of 10 I won't though. Felt a little bit enclosed last night and I like to see a view in the morning when I wake up, so that'll be probably just permanently staying up. I might have to roll it the other way around when I've take it back down again, roll it in over, because otherwise the water's just going to collect in it the way it is at the minute. So that's another little thing I've just... Right, next stage done. All the front's all done now nicely. I'm happy with that. I just need to re-roll that like I said earlier on. This side here is all blocked in on the bottoms now. There's a couple of little gaps at the top, but that's not a problem whatsoever. I just bring these around the back end. I'll take these up onto the top there. Let's move this branch. As you can see, I've been raking all the ground around where I am. Alright, got a bit more tying up to do, but oh, Betty hiding in the gully there. How are you, darling? Are you coming up? That's it. Well, there you go. I've just got a bit more to put on right at the ridge of the roof. Alright, but now that's my shelter. All nicely blended in. The only bits are on is the 2 front bits and the 2 full sides, but I'll get round to that. I think I will end up doing that, like, and it'll insulate it better as well for the real cold nights coming in. Alright, so you can see the top and the cam net. I've left the cam net on because the simple fact is it let things grip into it, whereas if I'd done it without the cam net, it would I'll just slide off in any weight. Alright, so that'll help everything bind into it. There's lots of bits of moss in between that as well, so I'm hoping that takes. There's bits of branch, little twigs and all sorts on the top there. So there's going to be plenty more needles falling. Alright, there's still loads to come down, so, and there's loads on the floor, so there's plenty to fill up the sides. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking about stopping, having an early dinner, get Betty some food as well, and then I'm going to start tidying up this area and then work on my fire pit. Then, when I'm finished that, I'm going to come down here and start gathering all the rubbish that's been left, because it looks a tip. Obviously people have vacated the place, and there's been bits that I've took a bench from here, so that's where that's been underneath, and obviously they've never seen it, so you know it takes now to take it all up. And anyway, I'll just get a bin bag from the kitchen and start picking all the rubbish up and get it taken away the day. Start piling all the bits of pallets together. Probably end up chopping them up for firewood for Friday and Saturday night. I'll leave that platform that's there. Take a few bits and pieces away from there, the logs and that, can go over to the main log store. Some of them are going to be mine, the big uns. I'm going to use that big un as well, a couple of them big uns there to be me fire surround. And I've got a few more that I've salvaged in any way. And then if needs be, I can always use them for firewood. Right. I've put this like neck thing on my head just to stop the sweat. I'm sweating, and I had my hat on and I was just too warm. I'm absolutely sweating while I'm cut tops on as well, but I should have took this off really when I was grafting and then put it back on when I was finished. I'm really impressed with, well, I am impressed. I'm really impressed, and I'm happy with my shelter. I'm happy I've decided to do this. It's gives the right buzz doing it, and hopefully it's given you a lot of bit of enjoyment seeing it come together. Obviously I didn't put all the work in it like what some other people do on videos. I just think everybody knows how to rake stuff, everybody knows how to cut bits of wood, everybody knows how to sprinkle stuff on roofs and things. You know, I'd rather just show you that at the beginning, show you stage by stage rather than the whole process. Otherwise my videos will be about 20 million hours long, and I think they're long enough as it is. I had a subscriber down yesterday And he said, make them longer. It'll give us more time to watch them. Well, I'll see what I can do for you, mate. Alright. Right, that's it. See you later. Right, fire's on. So I'll let that burn down, then I'll put my steaks in there on. I'll get Betty's food prepped as well, ready for when I'm eating. And I'll get a brew on as well. Oh, so I've got a couple of bits and pieces. Got a lot of tidying up to do still, like I said earlier on. But I'm going to have a bit of a chill because my back's knacking. I'm happy with my shelter now. It's definitely getting there. Like, I've got a couple of bits on the inner side as well. Obviously, Justin, he left his bench thing, so I've took that and put that in there. That'll give us a little bench so I can sit in that corner on a night time at the bench, store my stuff under there as well, and I can work at that bench. Betty, I've got a cage there for Betty. Not that she likes being in a cage, but what I can do is I can put a blanket over the top of it on a night time. It'll keep the cold air out from her, because she keeps on hiding the blanket off her anyway. And then this gap here is where my bed's going to go. And then I've got a platform off the floor to keep all my gear off the floor. And where my burgundy is, that'll be hung up there. And I'll have a little brew station set up there for in the mornings for when I wake up, so I can just chill in bed. Big happy days, man, like a little house. And there's my bed. I'll just leave that here because I've got loads of them, and if it gets wrecked, it gets wrecked. Alright, so a little home from home this now. Happy days. And all I've got to do is sort out the inner side of the roof, because I didn't really like it looking like that, but to be honest it's not too bad because there's loads of little hanging points for putting lights and things. I'll hang my candles up the next time I'm in. Oh, fire's burning really well. Oh, I'll get some good ashes off that. And then I'm looking at roughly about here, dig a little pit out of there where all the silver stuff is, and then put my pit in there, and then put a surround all the way around it, and that'll push all the heat back into my shelter and stop the wind blowing the smoke. The smoke was coming in last night into there, so that's why I ended up giving up with the fire, and I just sat inside, put the thingy down, and it was still warm enough inside. Alright, right. Sounds like helicopters coming up over the top. Right, see you in a bit. Right, dinner on the go. I've got some steaks here. They've got some sort of, I can't know what they're called now, I think they're like Chinese or something. I've got a pan of hot water there to make me brew and wash my dishes, and I've got noodles in there which are nearly done. And I'm just going to sit here and chill. Young Betty here has had her wet food and dry food mixed, and now she's on the hunt for my food. And you're not getting any because it's all mine. I've got to build my energy up for my work this afternoon. Time's it now, it's 11:30 and I'm having dinner. But I'm hungry and thirsty, and I'm going to sit and relax and enjoy this. So, I think these need turned over now. This pan's great because it still lets the heat get through. It's like being on a, sorry, my camera's all over. It's a bit like being on a grill. But the thing is, you can wash this easier than a grill. I think that bit's done. That bit's nearly done. Just put it over there a bit. Sorry, my camera's all over, I'm trying to do my food. Aye, so happy days. It's not a grand feast, a nice looking dinner. It's just some meat and noodles and a cup of tea. Alright. Oh, I'm going to get this cooked and get it at, and I'll bring this back later on when I get up and ready. Ta-da. There you have it. Nice cup of tea, and a nice bit of noodles and some steaks. I think they're just pork steaks with some flavour. I'll tell you what they are. I think they're Chinese, I'm not sure. Alright. So that's what I'll be eating today, and if it's not too spicy, obviously Betty will get a bit on your pet. But we're gonna go on and we're gonna have our dinner. Alright Betty, what you chomping on? Just found something. Chomping on a little bone. Right, as you can see, the sun's starting to go down. And it's only 4:15. Right, I've got a little bit more tidying up to do and then I'll be going home. I've been sorting out all the areas down the bottom and then I've come back up, sorted out the wood here, filled that up a bit for myself, and I've done my fireplace. Alright, so all this is a bottom of an oil drum that Ian and Gary had used. So I've just reused that, put it on the platform in front, a few rocks around it, as you can see it, and put a windbreak up. Alright, I'll remember to take my saw off there because I'll forget it. I've got a few bits and pieces to put away, a few extra bits of tarp and cam net from down the bottom end. Alright, so what I'll do is, I'll quickly walk you down, show you where I've been tidying up and that. Still a bit of work to do. I'll be down not tomorrow but another day. I'll probably be down a couple of times this week. I've just seen a bit of paper on the floor there. I've been picking plastic tops up and all sorts, and there's another one there, look eh? And another bit. Oh, excuse me, I just picked these bits up. Right, so I've been sorting all this area out where the lads were. I've still got that platform. I'm now going to end up taking that up, I think. A couple of little bits of wood I've stood up. I've collected all the rubbish together. I'm going to get rid of it all, everything that can go in the bin. So there's all the bits and pieces that's left. I've took all the bits off all the trees and that what the lads had built up. Took another pallet there. Alright, but obviously there's another bit of rubbish. The stuff's scattered all over the place. I'll tell you what, I'll just put it all doing that and then I'll pick it up on the way back. There's no doubt I'll find more stuff. There's some fire bricks there to be moved. So a couple of hooks in the tree. But down to my area now. I'm just going to leave the two platforms here for now. Oh, my axe, I forgot about that. There's the axe I thought I had lost. There's some bits of string I must have put together. I'm just going to leave my fire bit there as well, because no doubt somebody will be stopping on this area in any rate and they'll be able to use that. I've got my fire pit, I'm happy with what I've got, so that can stay there. Right, so as you can see, sorry, I'll move over here. Got all over the place here, aren't I? Oh, I just fell over. Right, that's where my kitchen area and all that was. It's all nice and tidy and all dismantled. And where all my wood storage and everything was, that's all gone. Majority of the stuff is just here, like all the pallets that I had brought. I've just left them there. We'll use them for something. If not, we'll just burn them at the weekend when we've got the bushcraft meet. All the bits of timber, building material that I had. My table that come from Brockwell Woods from my first camp, that's gone there. I didn't need that. It's old and tatty anyway. There's me tabletop with a sink hole cut out of it, so that can get reused for something, or like I say, burnt. And we've got all this stuff here for building material, for when we start building a new toilet and that. There's a few other things that we want to build as well. But he's away on a little run around. Look at her. See if I can focus on her. Where's she? She's away. Can I find her? It's down there somewhere. Aye, so I don't know how dirty I am or anything like. Slightly know I don't know that way. I'm absolutely minging. So I let the guy my stuff washed. I have one of these little neck things that's handy, like, cause I just keep putting it on my head when my head gets cold, or to wipe the sweat off my face. Gosh, there's no runs that Betty, like. Here she comes. Aye, so in any way, got distracted there. We're watching my dog run around. It's like she's watching something down the bottom. She'll be getting ready to go home. Aye, so this is the end of this video. thanks everybody that's watched it all the way through. I appreciate all my subs that I'm getting at the minute and all my nice comments I'm getting. Somebody put a thumbs down on one of my videos. You gotta put a thumbs down, tell us why, man. And then I might be able to do something about it. But anyway, a thumbs down, a thumbs up, a good critic, a bad critic, or a bad message. Either way, it doesn't matter. You know, not everybody's gonna. It's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea what I do and what I say. But at least there's one good thing. I'm not swearing as much now these days. So I don't know if I've swore at all on this one, to be honest. I might have. I'm not 100% sure. I've had a busy day today. It's been a nice time down here, a nice social. I've really enjoyed myself. Home tomorrow, well, home tonight, and then back down again a couple of times during the week. I'm off all week from work, and then I'll be back down first thing Friday morning, getting set up ready for the bushcraft meet to start. Lads will be tipping up anywhere Friday afternoon onwards till Saturday tea time. So I need to make sure, and the rest of the members of Camp Bob, we need to all get together and make sure everything's prepped and ready. We're just about there, like, so it's not a mad dash like the last time. We're not having to build new structures and things to cater for people, and I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic bushcraft meet. We've got so many things happening, but no doubt, well, you will find out. Majority of you that are watching are probably coming in anyway. But anyway, the people that aren't coming, it's unfortunate. If you're part of a group, try and get on one. Try and get to join our group, North East Bushcraft Group. It's a great group, like-minded people. We're all out for doing different types of adventures and going different places. It's not just about bushcraft. It's about getting out doing like canoeing, rock climbing, whatever you want to do. We post all sorts on there now. It's now called North East Bushcraft and Adventures. So John, the lad that's in charge of it, John Dosworth, he's actually called the North East Bushcraft. Alright, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, check him out, he's mint. Alright, he's a top lad, he's been doing it for years. He started off doing the bushcraft and all that, so he could get his son out, and then he ended up videoing it and making a bit of history for himself. So his laddie in that could watch it back when they're a bit older with their kids and that, you know. So, but anyway, that's it. See you later.